Let's be honest, the month or so right before winter break is overwhelming at best. Energy is low, schedules are tight, and you desperately need meaningful content that doesn't add to your prep time. That's why today I'm introducing the solution. 3 ready-to-use lesson plan bundles that solve this problem and keep the joy in your classroom. We'll be covering cultural inclusion, Thanksgiving fun, and an early jump into winter themes, so you can stop stressing over your November music lesson plans.
It's the Happy Music Teacher!
Are you an elementary music teacher who's frustrated and overwhelmed? I'm Jeanette Mahalchik, a happy music teacher who loves teaching every day, but it wasn't long ago I was in your shoes. Join me Wednesdays to help you find happy in your music classroom. I know, it is a rough month, and the holidays are coming, and your Veterans Day program is coming, and your holiday program is coming, and so you've got all of these extra stresses on you, and I understand. So what I want to do today is I want to gift you with 3 lesson plan bundles that should pretty much take you through to the last week of winter break. Now, I am going to recommend that last week of winter break be something fluffy. Do something fun. Do a holiday sing-along, or do some sort of karaoke day or something like that. And I will link in the show notes to some episodes and a blog post where I talk about how to do one of these special days, like a karaoke day or something like that. So one of the problems that you run into as an elementary music teacher is that it's hard to find culturally rich and skill-focused music and lessons. And I'm about to help you with that. Actually, not about, but in the spring, I am running a new summit with Daria. And you may know Daria as our expert world music lady. And she and I are going to be running a summit. If you want to get notified about it, all you have to do is go to thehappymusicteacher.com/free, and you'll be able to pick a freebie, and then you'll get into my email community, Happy Highlights, and you'll get notified when this summit is happening. So that is the first and most important thing. But today I'm going to share with you one culturally rich activity, and for Native American Heritage Month, because we know that November is Native American Heritage Month, I'm going to share a fun turkey activity with you. And then I'm going to share a couple of storybooks, and I'm going to share my original music, Everyone Wants to Be a Reindeer. So that is the focus today. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving fun, cultural inclusion, and an early jump on winter themes in case you have a holiday program and you have a set of little ones rather, that might want to sing the song, Everyone Wants to Be a Reindeer. Or maybe you just want to enjoy it in the beginning of December. The first lesson we're going to talk about today is my Native American Heritage Month lesson. And this is an emphasis of both cultural appreciation and celebrating Native American Heritage Month, which of course is November, as we talked about before. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to listen to the Cherokee morning song. It's such a beautiful song, and when we do that lesson plan, we start out learning that song. So that is step number 1. Now, inside the lesson plan, there is a 3-part unpitched percussion arrangement. It's got rhythm, it's got teamwork, it's got history and geography included in the PowerPoint or the slide deck. And it is a whole, comprehensive lesson plan just by itself. What I like to do is, before I actually even get into that music, I like to share the storybook Jingle Dancer. And Jingle Dancer is a story by Cynthia Lightage Smith, and it's illustrated by Cornelius Van Wright and Ying Hua Hu. And hopefully I'm saying all of those names correctly. Hopefully. One of the things I like about this picture book is that it has a bunch of sound words in it. So tink, 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 tink. And there's another one, brum, brum, brum. There's a whole bunch of different instruments inside this story, and it's all about Grandma Wolf's dress. And there's a little girl in it, and she is all about the dress, and she wants to borrow some jingles so that she can make the dress jingle again, because this dress has lost its jingles. So lots of good sound words. And then we use that book to both build on literacy, creativity. There's a really good opportunity for some unpitched percussion in it as well. So figure you start with the Jingle Dance storybook, the Jingle Dancer storybook, and then you go into the all of the instrument play that can be added to that. That alone can be 2 lessons. And then you can go into the Cherokee morning song, and that one can be another, at least 1 or possibly 2 lessons. These lessons are simple to implement. They are a high impact cultural value because there is some good information about the Cherokee Nation along with this lesson plan on the slide deck. So all good things. So the next lesson plan is the Great Turkey Race, and this is like the cutest story ever. It's about 3 turkeys. Their names are Cassie, Wing, and Ollie, and they love to race around. And so they overhear Farmer Joe talking about how they have to pick a Thanksgiving turkey, and they don't know what a Thanksgiving turkey is, so they decide that they're going to have a race. And in this race, whoever wins the race is going to be the Thanksgiving turkey, is going to show Farmer Joe that they are special enough to be the Thanksgiving turkey. So all of the animals get together and they watch the race. And at the end, of course, the turkeys discover that there is a reason why they don't want to be the Thanksgiving turkey. And since these turkeys had been training really hard, they run and run and run, and they leave the farm. And Farmer Joe and his family have to have stew for dinner. Ew, not good for Thanksgiving dinner. So this is a really good opportunity to talk about fast and slow. And this is a good one. I would say kindergarten, you could even do this with pre-K, all the way through to probably 2nd grade. And we're going to talk about tempo. There's going to be movement involved, and fast and slow. And you are going to get to use mallets, Orff instruments, all the good things. So we talk about fast and slow. We talk about using our mallets fast and slow. And there's also an opportunity to kind of key into emotion. So there's going to be like some improvisation. So inside the Great Turkey Race, there are all kinds of sound words, crash and bang and bong and clomp. And there's some improvisation areas where you might want to improvise some dancing sounds. You might want to improvise some nervous music, that sort of thing. So along with the fast and slow, there are all these other really wonderful opportunities to just, talk about emotion. And you really could extend this even into, you've got unpitched percussion, and then you've got some Orff instrument improvisation and some Orff instrument fast and slow. So I'm telling you, there is a lot you can do with that storybook. Finally, my original song, Everyone Wants to Be a Reindeer, is super cute, and it's all about that everybody wants to be a reindeer. They want to eat cookies and they want to fly on Santa's sleigh, but nobody gets to be a reindeer because nobody is as special as the reindeer. So inside this song, so we kind of pick apart the song. There's an Arctic hare in the song, and then there's a penguin, there's a polar bear, and there's the snow fox. And each one of those characters has a different note and a different movement. So the Arctic hare hops, And so we use the Arctic hare as quarter notes. This would be a great one for pre-K all the way through even like second grade. And the next one is the penguin, and the penguin wobble, wobble, wobble. So that's going to be some paired eighth notes. And the next one is the polar bear, and the polar bear pad, 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 pad. So that's the quarter note again. And then the snow fox run and run and run and run and. So this is the perfect low pressure transition to early holiday winter themes. And you can use this song to teach walking notes, quarter notes, and running notes, paired eighth notes. And there's the Arctic animal movement. There's a whole science base to it. So, you can talk about the Arctic hare and why the Arctic hare is white, and why the snow fox is white, and why the polar bear is white. And, there's just a whole lot of things you can do with this song. Teacher benefit. It is unique. It is ready to go, and it brings all kinds of really good fun and engagement and movement and rhythm concepts. So really, really good stuff. So these are 3 really meaningful, engaging, skill-focused bundles, and this is going to make you able to totally stop stressing over your November lesson planning. You've got this. Bring the music, bring the culture, and watch your students smile. So how do you find these bundles? Well, the entire November lesson plan trio bundle is in the show notes. Or you can go to thehappymusicteacher.com/shop and find the November lesson trio bundle. Put it in your cart. It is on sale right now. And download it so you have your entire month of November, and by the way, a little bit of December, completely covered.
This podcast is a proud member of the Teach Better Podcast Network. Better today, better tomorrow, and the podcast to get you there. Explore more podcasts at www.teachbetterpodcastnetwork.com.
Well, that's all I have for you today. But before I go, I want to remind you, keep learning, keep growing, and keep being fabulous you.